How's it going, everyone? My name's Jeff, and we are back with another episode Behind the Glass. And today I want to bring forth a very important video to you because I truly believe that this video is going to change the rest of your life. If you just follow me, I promise you that it's actually going to be life-changing if you actually follow me and implement these strategies into your other areas of life. This video's topic is here to convince you that if you don't have any fish, you should probably start fish keeping. And on top of that, even if you do have any fish tanks right now, these 5 habits that I built are going to change your life because they're habits that are going to come into the other areas of your life. They're going to make everything a lot easier and more consistent for you, and they're going to make your fish a lot happier and healthier, which in turn will make you, well, me, you, it'll make everyone involved more happy and healthy. And I just think that these habits are core habits that everyone should build, and fish keeping for me has been the reason I've been able to build these habits. So without any further delay, let's jump into the first habit that I think you'll build while keeping fish. Let's jump into the first habit that you're going to create when keeping fish, which is the habit of keeping a consistent schedule. Now, this habit can be applied into other areas of your life because if you manage to keep a daily or a weekly or even a monthly schedule with your fish tanks, you can create a daily, weekly, and monthly schedule in other areas of your life as well. You can have a daily habit of waking up and doing 15 minutes of meditation, a daily habit of brushing your teeth. If you have any daily habits that you have not been working on that you want to work on, keeping a fish tank can actually help you develop daily habits too, because you need to turn your lights on and your lights off daily whenever you keep fish. You need to feed your fish daily. You need to check on your fish daily. I would almost say that you have to sit down and watch your fish for at least 15 to 20 minutes every single day. That should be a daily habit too, is just check on the condition of your fish, see if there's anything wonky going on, see if they're just swimming happy and healthy, and just overall keep a good eye on them. They're great for building daily habits. For weekly habits with fish tanks, these can also be applied to other areas in your life. For my weekly fish keeping habits, I will tend to have a weekly water change or a bi-weekly water change depending on how I feel the fish are. I'll also have a weekly habit of scrubbing the glass or cleaning the decorations or cleaning the filter or doing whatever maintenance that I need to do. It's a weekly thing for me to inspect the tank and make sure that everything is smooth, there's no cracks in anywhere, the silicone is still good. Just make it a weekly habit to make sure that you do updated maintenance on your tank. It's gonna be really easy. I promise it's a very good scheduling habit to have. And once again, these can be applied to other weekly habits in your life, such as doing weekly laundry or doing your weekly grocery shopping. It's just nice to have these habits of scheduling so that way that you can apply them to other areas and you can have a more disciplined, scheduled life. And I promise you that living that way is gonna make things a lot better. Now, the next habit that I want to get into is the habit of keeping a clean environment. Now, this habit is more beneficial to you than it is your fish because your fish can survive in a dirty environment. But doesn't it just look a lot more better and nicer when you have a clean environment in your tank and you can clearly see through the water, you can look in your water, and you can see just straight down to the bottom. There's no cloudiness. And even on your glass, there's nothing on your glass, and you can just see all the fish and they're acting totally natural and they're swimming very happily. There's no signs of anything wrong with them. Having a clean looking environment is such a huge benefit, not only to your fish, but also for you as well. There's a reason why a lot of psychologists will tell you to make your bed every day as a starting point for building a cleanliness habit. And that's because, even though you have the mentality of, well, it's gonna get ruined at the end of the day anyways, so why should I bother making my bed if it's just gonna get ruined at the end of the day? Well, that's not the point of it. The point of it is that it helps keep a clean environment. And a clean, organized environment is a clean and organized mind as well. And a clean and organized mind is probably one of the most powerful minds in existence, if I can tell you that much. Not only does keeping a clean environment help you with your mental health, it can also make others think more highly of you if you have a clean room, if you have a clean house, if you have a clean bathroom. Seriously, clean your bathrooms. If you have a clean kitchen, if you have a clean table, if you have a general clean environment in your house, you're gonna be in a much better, healthier space than you would if you just kept everything and delayed everything until later, and then until later, and infinitum. So I think that the second habit of keeping a clean environment reflects not only in your fish and how healthy your fish are going to be, but it's also going to reflect in how happy you're going to be in both the aquatic environment as well as your physical environment around you as well. Now, the third habit that I want to go over is the habit of consistency. Now, referring to the first habit, yes, you can create a schedule for your daily and weekly and monthly habits, but it's not going to matter if you can't keep consistently doing those habits. Writing down a perfect day where you remember to turn on every single fish light at the same time every single day and feeding them at the same time every single day. This is important to keep, but it's not like it's the end of the world if you accidentally turn your fish lights off an hour later, or you have to turn them off an hour earlier, or vice versa. If you have to feed your fish later or earlier, it's not going to hurt anything. Just try and keep the consistency going. Because the more consistent that you can be at keeping your habits for your fish, the more consistent that you're going to get at keeping your habits in other areas of your life as well. This reflects in me with these video uploads. I'm trying to keep a consistent schedule of uploading every Monday and Thursday, so just keep that in mind. Another thing that helps me with being consistent is consistently keeping up with my daily habit of meditating and journaling and going to the gym and spending at least an hour with my wife. Now, quite frankly, sometimes we do have to deviate from that schedule. Sometimes I have to go help my mother. It's okay to deviate from your schedule. The schedule is just there to be like a perfect day, but there's always going to be something that happens in life where you have to deviate from it, and that's fine. What matters is the consistency at which you do your daily habits. Real quick, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and also leave a comment down below of any other habits that you personally developed while keeping fish. Now, these last two habits are probably going to be the two most important habits that you'll develop while fish keeping, and the fourth habit is going to be the ability to control your emotions and keep calm through stressful situations. Now, there's a reason that doctors and dentists and various psychologists keep fish tanks within their lobbies. It's because fish have an uncanny ability to draw your attention as well as regulate and help calm your emotions down. Now, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of studies out there that have gone into detail about why this is, or the different psychological effects that fish have on you. But the overall main driving point of it is that if you keep fish in your own home, you have a permanent, always available psychologist, so to speak. No, that's not to downplay any actual psychologists out there. I very much appreciate any work that you do. But to have something at home that distracts you from any stressful event, or when you get home from work or school, it's reassuring to know that when you get home, you at least have a very nice calming pet. Oh, so why not get a dog or a cat or something, you know? But dogs and cats require like emotional investment back into them as they invest into you. So yes, they are a lot more interactive, and yes, they do help a lot with like regulating emotions and everything, but there's something calming and surreal about being able to just sit down, watch your fish, and think about life, and just escape the modernity without your phone. Just sit down and watch your fish and just regulate your emotions. And of course, we all know that regulating your emotions and controlling your thoughts is beneficial to your actual life. In fact, it may be one of the most beneficial things to the rest of your life that you may experience, because somebody that's able to regulate and control their emotions is going to be a lot more likable at work or at school or wherever you are than somebody that's going to be exploding in anger because someone said something that you didn't agree with. Now, this is a very, very powerful habit to build, and I highly, highly recommend that you get in the habit of just watching your fish for 15 to 20 minutes out of the day, just to relax, de-stress, and think about things. I promise you that it's gonna be one of the biggest things that you'll be able to do with your fish. All right, so finally we get down to the last and final habit. And this habit was actually suggested to me by one of my viewers from a previous video of mine, and that is the habit of patience. Patience is probably one of the best habits that you can ever develop in your life, because nothing comes at you at the speed that you want. Life happens at the speed of life. And unfortunately, the speed of life is quite slow, all things considered. In the modern society, we go through such fast-paced technology, like, scrolling through 10 to 30 second videos, or getting new news feed, endless scrolling, and keeping up to date on your friends and family, and it's all very fast-paced in the digital world, but the speed of life itself is a very slow, monotonous thing, and nothing gets done in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day. And quite frankly, similarly, your fish tanks, well, you can build your fish tanks in a day, but bacteria itself, like beneficial bacteria and the ecosystem of your tank, will not build itself in just a day. It's so important that you develop the habit and skill of having patience when it comes to keeping your fish and your aquariums, because this is probably one of the most valuable skills that you'll develop as a fish keeper as well as a person. I really highly recommend that if you do get into fish keeping, just go into it knowing that you will probably spend at least a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, figuring things out, having mistakes, learning from those mistakes, and learning the skill of patience with your fish, your tanks, and yourself. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like this video. It really gives me feedback on whether I'm doing good or bad, so a like or a dislike will really help with that. Also, subscribe to my channel if you look forward to seeing future content from me, and leave a comment down below on what your thoughts were with this video, and I really look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great day.